Gender-based violence, as we all know, it is epidemically high in Uganda. We are currently looking at 56% of women experiencing violence, at least physical violence, and 28% experiencing sexual violence, according to the Uganda Demographic and Health Survey of 2016. We are also glad that despite the magnitude of the problem, government is really recognizing it as an issue that needs to be addressed. We are seeing different policies and laws being put in place since 2010 to respond to GBV, the Domestic Violence Act, Trafficking in Persons Act, Female Genital Mutilations Act. All those are to respond. And then recently in 2016, the president launched the National Gender-Based Violence Policy and Action Plan. However, we are concerned as stakeholders in this area that although we are seeing these policies in place that really specify what each sector should be doing to respond to GBV as a cross-cutting issue across all the sectors, the budgets do not speak to this action plan, the National GBV Action Plan, on all the sectors of health, justice, law and order sector, the Uganda Police Force, the social development sector, and as well the local government sector. And yet this policy is very clear on what each sector should do and the need for them to prioritize and allocate resources for these sectors. We also need concerted efforts to respond to violence incidents as they happen, so that we minimize the harm on the victims, and it also helps in deterring and also holding perpetrators accountable for their actions. For the different institutions on health, local government, justice, law and order sector, specifically DPP, judiciary and Uganda Police Force, the social development sector, the gender and social development sector itself, we want to categorically have the three items prioritized in the national budget in terms of equipping their staff, scaling their staff in terms of training, and then also giving them the resources, that's the tooling. So for us, those three components in terms of response are really critical for every sector to prioritize to ensure that they reduce on the number of incidents. They are able to give support and protection to the victims and minimize the harm that the violence causes, and also holding the perpetrators accountable for their actions, thereby deterring the number of cases and also the costs that government has to incur in responding to violence.